Hey guys, this is Billy from adultcello.com, and today I want to share an amazing exercise. So if you're having trouble pulling a really thick, rich tone, and or you're feeling a lot of right thumb tension from pushing into the stick of the bow, I have an exercise I really want you to try today. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Billy. I'm a professional cellist who started cello from scratch at age 25. So what I do now is I specialize in helping other adult learners kind of get the most out of their cello journey. What I love doing the most is trying to find little exercises and little point of view shifts that I can give that create those kind of aha moments. So you may have noticed it's been a few weeks on the channel. It has been a very, very hectic time with all good stuff though. So the first thing that happened is I led my first ever 3-day sound challenge, which was like a live training. Hundreds of you guys showed up. It was amazing and really spirited and positive. And then that was actually to celebrate the launch of my new online course, the Bow Arm Bootcamp. And then that was like a whole thing, launching that course. And then I also turned 40 during that time. So it's just been very eventful. All right, so I'm just gonna dive right into the exercise and then I'll explain what I'm doing because it might look a little weird. All right, so what you can do is just take your regular bow grip, okay? And we're gonna just place it, I guess, on the D string. It can be any string. We'll just do, D string is best for the camera right now, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna put it by the frog. And then what I'm gonna do is weird. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it up the string towards the fingerboard. You'll hear a very mildly unpleasant sound that sounds nothing like something you would want to make sound on a cello unless you're doing very modern music. Okay, and what I'm focusing on here is pulling the bow, kind of dragging it, okay, dragging the bow up the string towards the fingerboard without pulling it to, side to side. That's why there's no pitch. There's no sound. It's just, and I'm trying to not engage my thumb on purpose, okay? So I just, okay, so now, eventually, once that gets comfortable, you can even kind of collapse your hand somewhat like I've talked about this many times, my little barbaric grip that I talk about so much. This is very similar. The barbaric grip is to kind of reduce the fingers, and you can work on your arm, and it's also to just kind of learn how to not grip with the thumb. This is now, we have a somewhat regular grip, okay? And we're gonna still try to take the thumb out of the equation. So once you've done this and you feel that sense of the fingers pulling the hair just vertically up the string towards you, then you can sort of collapse your hand down, okay? So you have to collapse it onto the stick, but then you can drop your thumb. Do you see my thumb wiggling right now? Okay? And then you can do the same thing. So I should say this is not how I would normally hold the bow. It's more collapsed than it would be, and I'm even kind of curling my fingertips under the frog just so the bow doesn't fall out of my hand. The biggest thing is that I'm feeling this sense of kind of a stickiness between the string and the hairs of the bow, and my thumb is totally loose. So it's not hitchhiker thumb where it's like flexed, but in the other way just flexed out. It's just completely loose, okay, like tranquilizer dart. Okay, so now you can practice that. It's a very simple thing. It's very weird. However, when I started thinking this way and practicing this way, I just instantly had a major light bulb moment. I realized what it was is when I thought about, sinking weight into the string, for example, in my mind's eye, from my point of view, I thought that sinking weight in, the cello, the contact point is below me, so I need to kind of push. There's a little bit of pushing into the string, but then it's also pushing downwards like this, okay? So I thought kind of pushing down like this way in my mind, all right? And I was sending my hand in this direction and then also outwards. The problem is that if you push in that direction, you do need to use your thumb. You would have to clamp with your fingers and your thumb Otherwise, if you relax your thumb, the bow will just slide right out and, just fall on the floor, okay? If you start thinking about getting that sticky contact by pulling the hair upwards, okay? Upwards into the string towards you a little bit. I mean, not that much, but in this direction, going this way, then what I'm feeling is my fingers doing this, and it's going into the string, and then I don't need my thumb, okay? Because if my thumb pushes, it's actually just pushing the stick away, and it's pushing the bow like into my fingers, and I'm trying to get my fingers to pull the bow into the string, okay? This is such a simple little concept, but the instant I started really working on it and incorporating it, my tone completely improved because I was just wasting less energy kind of sending the bow downwards for no reason. And then also my thumb finally realized, okay, here's how to sink weight into the string, all right, but not have my thumb engaged, okay? So sinking weight, it to me, sinking, I think, down, and I think that was part of maybe just verbally. It's so hard to describe things, and we hear it, and we hear the words, and we understand the concept of what should happen, but translating it is where it's, super difficult. And I think that's the word sinking weight in. I always thought like, okay, like sink down, like you would sink your weight down onto a counter or something. But so what I'm thinking is I'm sinking by actually doing kind of almost like a lat machine at the gym where you kind of pull for your back. So I'm feeling this kind of direction, all right? So it's not that kind of feeling, all right? That should really help kind of open sound up because you won't be fighting your own equipment, and it should help with your thumb, okay? So if you're one of the many adult learners where the right thumb is kind of limiting your practice time because it gets fatigued, please try this exercise and let me know in the comments if it helps you, because I think it will, all right? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please consider doing so. I'd really appreciate it. See you next week.